It's still
Hello guys and welcome to Make This Epic. Thank you very much everyone for tuning in. Dave, I've got you on the sound there. How are we getting on? There's a bit of a lag, I'd say, on Twitch. Can't hear you, Dave.
No one else is talking.
No, everybody give me an old chat there. Go on, say hello.
Sorry, we're all meant to. One, two.
I am a Dungeon Master, DM Darnell, and we've got Jenny who plays Marilla, Colin who plays Aaliyah, Owen who plays Heck, Howie who plays Drez, and we have Dave who plays Bruntinus up until recently. We ended on some seriously tense stuff last week. If you guys like anything you see, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitch, like us on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the crack alley behind your house. You can also find us at your local shopping centre, handing out vaccines for COVID.
Shopping centre.
No, in fact, if you follow us, we will give you a free vaccination. Free vaccinations not actually included.
Darryl, you need to tone it down.
Sorry, I'm a little bit excited. It's not very often DM gets to absolutely and utterly destroy a character's mentality. I'm only joking, except I really am. To sum up what happened last week, the characters took a job to go to the mines of Fellstone. I'm just going to lower the battle music down a little bit. The Fellstone mines, or the Felldrop mines, whatever way you want to call it. And they made their way. It took them 2 days to get there. They stopped along in a house on the way, and Aaliyah for the first time spoke with the dead and found out that House Umbra had killed the innkeepers, more specifically an unnamed goblin, not Buttsnick, but somebody else more sinister. And they moved along and went to the mines where they met a little dwarf who gave them a key to go in. He warned them. He says, once you go down to the lower mines, he doesn't know what you're going to find. What they did find down there, however, was a overly mutated dwarf who had consumed everybody else and was protecting the key to the stone tomb that had been found that contained the Crown of Madness. Now, I want to just go on record here and say that this episode may contain some things that people might find disturbing. If you in the past yourself have put on a Crown of Madness and have suffered an aeon of torment in a demonic realm, we do advise you stop watching right now, as you may be triggered. Onwards from that, I will say that
That's how we're starting it.
the crown
rolling it.
Dead warning is good.
the crown was the crown that nobody was to put on. That it is actually Tenacious Dex. It is that exact crown that the Count of Keromit, or the Croyarch of Keromit, told Bruntus not to put on. Unfortunately, he didn't remember that until he put it on. If only somebody had keen mind.
Fuck off.
Daryl. You know the way Bruntinus put on the crown? Does he now have like 2 long chin piercings because he's disturbed?
Oh.
Oh.
How long are we into
Put the
this?
crown on Heck.
Make This Epic would like to formally apologise for anything Owen says or does during the stream.
We're not held responsible for anything he says.
Right. So, with further ado, we will now re-enter the world of Anexia, down into the continent of Inaroth, down to the Feldstone Mine, deep to the bottom levels, where the ancient parts of the world meet the upper surface of the world, and we now go to the small cavern, where the adventurers stand, gazing at Bruntinus, having just put the crown on. Now,
Mage hand to yank the crown off the head.
you don't need to do that.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you why.
The crown's gone or something.
So Bruntinus turns into Tiamat, the demon lord of dragons. I'm guessing he doesn't know. Tiamat's not in my world. But she could be. Let me just pull this up. I did actually write something down. Just because, yeah, I figured I needed to.
I just have a vision of Bruntinus like running through the field, like you know, like tears coming down his face.
Do we dare read Bruntinus's fate without Dave here? Do we? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not a good idea. Here he is back. This is going to be difficult. Okay. So, are you guys ready to hear what happens to Bruntonus?
Not really, no.
Go on.
I'm scared.
So,
No, I feel sick. Hold on. Sorry.
okay. I'm actually going to just turn the battle music off because I want to make sure I'm heard loud and clear.
Oh, you know it's important when he needs to turn off the phone.
Yeah, as Colleen coughs up along, I want to make sure.
I have Disturbed stuck in my head, so this is ruining it for me.
In the last session, Bruntonus had literally put the crown on, and his hands had gone down like that, and by the time his hands had reached down, he was gazing at his hands. The crown falls from Bruntonus's head and lands roughly on the ground, rolling away and hitting the wall. The echoes of the crown dink, 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 bounce, and then stop abruptly. Echoes are mighty in the hall as the dings hit walls and bounce off other walls and come back at you. It's almost deafening how loud it is. You stand in silence as you watch Bruntonus. A mere second ago, the crown had touched his head and his expression froze. Seconds pass like hours and a single teardrop runs down the side of Bruntonus's face. He looks at his hands and drops to his knees and begins to weep in utter despair. This is not the crying of sadness, nor the crying of happiness. This is the crying of a child, a broken man. It is the instant that you realise, it is at this instant that you realise all at once the weight of what has just happened. Bruntonus covers his eyes and places his head against the floor. That realisation is that Bruntonus will never be the same. The proud, noble paladin of Artella you had known is this broken man before you. He roars in agony, his voice hoarse with an eternity of suffering in his mind, and he reaches up and breaks his horns, snapping them with the strength of someone consumed with despair, long having lost hope, long having lost any grasp on the last vestige of happiness. He curls up in a ball and whispers, just once, broken. Bruntonus is broken. Nobody speaks. Nobody moves. It would have been kinder to see him die than become what he now lives as. A cocoon of suffering. Death would have been preferable to what he is now. What do you do?
Bruntonus?
I was already at him trying to grab the crown off.
Yep.
I'm just gonna drop down and try like turn him over as such or turn him around. I'm just like, Bruntonus? Bruntonus? Anything?
You were met with nothing.
Or a character
Yeah.
I'll go over to the crown and pick it up as I've already touched. Hey, I've already touched it. I'm fine. It knows my shit. I can pick it up.
Okay, just do me a favour. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
I hate this fucking crown.
Wisdom saving throw. Oh, 7.
You once again feel the crown burrow inside your mind. As you feel it like once again tearing into your thoughts and rooting around in case it missed anything the last time, and it retreats back in once again fully satisfied that it knows everything that you know.
Don't
Command.
touch that crown again.
No,
Anybody?
Dress is holding it now.
He has
I'm holding it, yeah. We have to take this with us and somehow destroy it, or if there's somehow we can use this to help Bruntonus.
We need to find out exactly what happened. Like, what happens to these people after it. Like, is there anything around? Is there nothing on the sea relating to this crown? Like, can I go back into that room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to say I went into the room while they were all doing this, so I'm
Yeah.
in there ahead of.
Yeah, I don't need
I'm gonna
I
break
don't
that
need to move you
coffin.
guys around the map, but Brundis is not actually in the room. Where the people are in that map is not relevant anymore. The Brundis is outside. He's over beside that body, the bit of the big monster that he's killed. That's where he was when he put the crown on him. Yeah, so Heck and Aaliyah, you guys walk in. Heck, you were kind of there before Aaliyah, so you get in and you look around. But I'm not gonna lie to you, there's nothing different about the realm. It's still very bare. The origins of its making are now quite obviously dark, but unknown completely.
Is there any writings anywhere on the wall or any sort of imagery?
As I said before, there's a couple of scratches at the base of the owl statues, and other than that, nothing. There's just a stone. There's a stone brain that's carved into the lid of this tomb.
Why do I think that this coffin or tomb is the person who made this crown or something? It has a brain on it. It's obviously to do with their mind.
Heck is gonna draw his 2 hand axes and he's gonna look at Aaliyah.
I'm going to step
going to-
back.
I'm going to break this coffin open.
I'm going to step back and I'm going to just stand at the door.
Yep.
Do you want me to try and keep the brain there intact? Do you think that's something to do with this?
Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe it's something inside the coffin or the tombstone.
You're gonna try and break your way into it, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you do that?
I've got 2 hand axes, so I'm gonna start smashing. I don't care if they break while I'm doing this.
You take your 2 hand axes out and you begin striking them against the stone. Eventually, both of your axes break as they carve into the stone. Hand axes wouldn't be good at cutting through a heavy tombstone lid like this.
Is there anything around I could use? Yeah, could I just pick up a rock and start smashing it off?
Rock against rock probably won't work. 'Cause
Hang on.
That's thicker than whatever rock you pick up.
Because I'm not thinking properly. Heck is not thinking properly.
I understand. The weeps of Bruntinus, the crying of Bruntinus is like horrifying. It's like it's not like normal. It's the tortured screams of somebody who is known suffering beyond comprehension.
Will I try a sacred flame at it?
I'm having a bit of an issue hearing you there, Jenny. Are you muted?
Oh, maybe I was.
What did you say there?
I said the next thing, Merla wants to do something while they're doing this when they're done.
Okay. What did Aaliyah say to me there?
I was saying to Heck, will I try a sacred flame on it or something? Try that and see, or what do you think?
You can see Hex kind of entered this kind of angry state where he's frantically attacking the roof lid of this. He's almost losing it. You can see he's starting to foam with the mouth with rage. You can clearly he's not himself.
Right. Well, I'm going to pull him back then, and I'm going to do a sacred flame at it.
Heck, you begin to hear whispers in your mind of just like it's not an audible noise I could do with my voice. It's more like when a kettle boils.
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's like in the base of your spine, fueling your rage, making you attack more. It's almost in hidden within this long screech, you can hear the laughter of something ancient.
Does it sound like the voice of the crown when it was whispering into my head?
No, it sounds different. It sounds deeper, more. It sounds a bit more similar to what you killed. It's like booming, but it's very difficult to hear.
I guess I'm just gonna. I'm in a rage now, so I'm just gonna keep attacking that coffin, even if it means I'm attacking it with my bare hands.
You do see Aaliyah that he begins to attack it with his hands, punching it until blood comes from his knuckles.
Well, I'm still going to try to pull him back, so I can say I'm going to try something on it. Let me try.
Yeah, I'm going to say, Heck, you're not going to be angry towards Aaliyah, are you?
No.
No, you see, she manages to... She puts her arms around it and she pulls you back away from it. As your breathing begins to return to normal.
I'll pull us back to the door, and then it's a dex of 15, so I don't know how that works on a tombstone.
Oh, you just hit it.
Right, so it's 2d8. So...
Sacred Flame is a dex of 15. Would it hit? I think you have to hit something like that. I think you'd have to actually roll a spell that has it to hit, Marco. I can't imagine you using a spell I can't imagine using a spell that requires a stone to make a check. I think that has to be targeted at a living thing to do that. So Sacred Flame probably won't work. You might have to use something that has a hit roll.
Okay. So Guiding Bolt then?
Guiding Bolt, yeah.
I'll do it at first level.
You automatically hit it though, you don't need to roll. Because it's just standing still.
Okay, so it's 46. 20.
So you just kind of see you raise your ring up and you whisper a prayer to Ornan and you bring it down and you see just light hits it and hits the center of it. It knocks about that deep into it. But
does anything come out?
You've not broken through the lid yet. But you've got about that deep in now. From where Hex, you hit the part where Heck had gotten into it with his axes before they smashed it in his hands, and then you hit it with the guiding bolt. It was a guiding bolt, and when it hit it, it knocked it. It got about that much in altogether.
I don't want to keep doing this because I'm afraid something will happen to someone. I don't have a lot of things left. We could continue to do this, but I don't know what to do about him.
What's Marilla doing?
Marilla is Draz beside me.
Guess so. I haven't moved, and I was actually going to say, it's like, Marilla, have you ever seen or heard of anything like this?
I say no, but maybe the dwarf has, who's up top. And I say, will you stay with him?
Sure.
Bruntinus, while I go and get him. And I just I asked Bruntinus again, are you okay, Bruntinus? What?
There, every time you're changing the screen, all the cameras are going off.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
You're going into messages.
My bad. Sorry. There we go. Thank you for the heads up. Sorry about that. I do often forget I'm linked to my Discord. So Marilla, say that to me again.
So I'm going to go and find the dwarf up top to bring him down to try and help Bruntinus. But before I go up, I try and communicate with Bruntinus again. I say, Bruntinus, are you okay? Can we do anything? Like,
all you hear is crying. I'm just crying. I'm around holding my head.
Okay.
His horns are like, when I say he literally broke his horns. So there's just splinters and bits of blood on the top of his head now, and the horns on the ground. I just dropped them. You could just tell it was pure. Like normally, Bruntinus wouldn't have had the strength to do that. He just lost, just out of pure desperation.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him like a caring, not creepy kiss on the forehead, and then I'm gonna go running up to the top to get the dwarf.
Okay, you're gonna run to the lift.
Yeah.
Okay, what's Dres want to do?
And I'm gonna use Mage Hand to pull it up.
Okay.
For the moment, I'm gonna kind of stay there and watch Bruntinus and try my best to comfort him. But if I hear a commotion from inside the tomb, I'll probably might head over that direction.
You've heard. You can see Aaliyah dragging Heck out while Heck is kicking and screaming, and then you see her casting a spell at something inside the room.
Whoa! Did you break the tomb?
Not yet. It's only a little dint, but I don't want to use everything in case something happens. So I don't have a lot left. Is there anything you could try even? No?
Is there anything big in this room I can use to smash it?
Is there any pickaxes around?
I don't think I have any.
There are pickaxes back in the room.
Oh, I'm going to run back there and have a look for one.
Okay, so
Yep.
you run back and you find a pickaxe. I think if I remember correctly.
On the way back,
Yeah.
I'm going to go over to Bruntinus again, but I'm going to look at him and I'm going to pick up his horns and I'm going to say, I'm going to mine these for you. I'm going to get these back on your head. And then I'm going to run back over.
Just whip out some glue. Just...
No, there we go.
Dark stuff.
Yeah.
As you're going to get the pickaxe, you see Marilla is walking towards the elevator.
Where are you going?
I say I'm going to get the dwarf to see does he know anything about this.
Yeah, I suppose just get anyone for now.
You know, Marilla, it's going to take a half hour to get up.
I don't care.
Yeah, cool.
Well, unless the others care.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't have anything. I don't think I have anything now to tell him to come down. Hang on. I'm going to look for more than one pickaxe as well when I'm there because I know they're
It
around.
would be safe to say you find 2 pickaxes if you want 2 pickaxes, yeah.
Oh, I don't have it ready. Yeah, you're going to have to go up and get them. Just
I say
explain-
I don't think a spell might help because
No,
we
I
have
was
to
going
do
to
the knock.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to try go back in here again. We're going to try open the tomb. There might be something in it.
Okay. Okay, so Marilla, you begin going up the elevator, and I'm assuming Heck and Aaliyah are going to take 2 pickaxes to this tomb.
Unless, Drez, if he wants to help, or do you want to mind Bruntonus?
I don't
make your
mind. I
weapon.
feel like I can.
You can make your packed weapon a pickaxe now.
Yes, I can actually. Nice pick.
Okay, so you guys begin hacking away at this stone door, and then after about 15 minutes, you break in enough to kind of see what's inside. What you see inside is a skeleton. The skeleton of a dwarf-sized creature. But there's nothing else in there. Just a skeleton.
Can we see his head?
Yeah, you managed to kind of break the tomb in two and pull it off, and inside you could see, like, laid entirely out is the skeleton. The only disturbing thing about it is that there are scratch marks on the inside of the tomb.
Okay, they clearly put the crown on their head, huh?
By the looks of it, yeah.
Can I put the crown on the skeleton head?
I'm
Yeah.
going to stop him before he does that. I'm afraid. Don't do. I'm afraid. Is there anything else that he has on him? Any weapons? Nothing.
Literally nothing. This person was buried naked in here.
I don't know if I can do it. I have one more chance.
I
The
don't
whole
think-
person is about to stop me.
I can't.
What, Jenny?
I can't say anything.
Yeah, you're not here.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I picked up on something there, did I?
so you want to put the crown on what?
On the dwarf skeleton.
I'm not going to let him do that.
Okay, so you're gonna stop. How are you gonna stop him?
Smack it out, like smack him back, pull him back. I'm going to just say no. I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah.
Describe to me exactly what you do.
Right. I'm going to pull him back by his arms. I'm not going to touch that crown at all.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Aaliyah makes a visceral attempt to stop you.
Hang on.
She managed to, does she? Or
Do you, I'm
yeah,
s-
I'm not probably.
Are you-
I'm not going to resist her. I'm just kind of
That's-
casually going
yeah.
up to it. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Wait. I don't think that's a good thing. If we've seen what I've done to Bruntonus and we don't know who this is here, I don't want this person coming back or anything. We don't know anything about them. At least we know a little bit about Bruntonus. I don't know if it will work again, though. But I could maybe try speak with Dad with him.
No, speak with Dad if they're dead for he's been dead too long.
Too long.
I
Okay.
think it's 10 days for speak with Dad. The only way
Yeah.
you can talk to this person is with true resurrection.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, and
Level 9 spell.
only,
of course.
only high sec grades can cast that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have disrespected your secretary now, should you, Carl?
Hey,
now.
it's me again. What's up?
We're just going to reply to Elaine just like, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. Like, this is what it's done to Bruntonus. I don't know what this is. I thought maybe it could help.
What if we put it on? What if we put it on the brain?
Is the brain still there after
Yeah,
us cracking open the...
The brain is pretty much destroyed.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
All I can say is with these ideas, thank fuck I'm out of mine because just collapse on you.
What if we put it on Bruntonus again, but upside down? So it doesn't-
Relate, you
I
come,
was thinking of putting it on him.
the lever, the elevator comes up, and you now walk out to the front door. What do you want to do?
I want to knock 3 times, then once. I didn't need my key of mine for that. I remembered all week. I was like, 3 and 1. No, it better be that, Daryl.
No, it's actually 3 times, then 2 times, then 1 time.
No, it's not. It's 3 and 1.
It is 3 and 1.
I must have read it wrong.
Yeah, it was just 3 and 1. I had my thing on as well.
I must have read it wrong.
Daryl, you need to get keen mind yourself.
I know, I wish I had it. You go, done. Done. Alright. And you see the door comes running open, and Casual Lobster, please don't crucify me on me Scottish accent player plays, right? It's a dwarf, not a Scot. Dwarf, not a Scot. And you come to the door, creaks open, and you see standing before you this little dwarf.
And I say, we've defeated what's down there. We have the crown, but one of our friends, he's not well. He's after putting the crown on, and now I don't know. He's just not responding to us. He's just not doing anything.
Right, well, based on what I've seen down there, he's probably fucked.
Is there anyone who got out of the situation after putting on the crown? Okay.
Nobody put it on. Nobody, lass.
I wonder why.
I know.
Oh God. Is there anyone who knows medicine around here? Is there like a witch doctor or a dwarf doctor or something?
The near person around here sent me, lass.
And do you know any medicine? Do you have anything that would help him?
I'm a bloody miner, not a bloody doctor.
Is there anyone you could send for help?
The nearest place is Keramit.
How would my phantom state do, DM?
Okay, so it will take you 11 minutes to summon it.
Yo, okay, we're past the 11 minutes.
It does and then it lasts an hour, and it does 16 kilometers.
But will the weight be able to hold more than one person?
You could. No. It wouldn't be able to carry you on Bruntonus. Bruntonus is a minotaur. A minotaur.
Who said anything about bringing Brunt in this?
Oh shit!
I'm gonna bring the help.
Crazy
too,
that's
Brunt
why.
in this.
I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna bring the help.
Go down there into the mine, bring him out, get him out of darkness. We'll lock it back up and we'll take a look at them over the shack. But I'm not a doctor. Nay, I'm just a miner.
Okay, so I go back in. I just kind of at him because he's annoying me, and I walk in and I use Mage Hand and I start going back down.
She walked back with the mage hand.
But no, I only cast it with one hand because I'm giving my finger to the dwarf behind his back.
You see him. It's not a good idea to insult the person with the key to the door.
Daryl, I done it behind his back. Behind his
He
back.
saw you. He's got dwarf eyes. He can see in the dark.
No, he
very well.
didn't.
You
What
on
did
the
his
you on the
dwarf
one
eyes see?
can't see in the dark. So you're lucky you have your torch.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
No, actually, Merlin's just been running around.
Right. So back to our prospective prospectors. What do you want to do?
Poor Brunton, this poor Dave.
Like put this on the ground, just like.
I know. I'm going to go back out to him now.
Yeah. Okay.
Put him out of his misery. No, no.
Yeah. And then I'm going to take out my mace, and I'm just going.
I'm actually not.
No,
I'm actually not
it's
being
fine.
bad here, but that probably is something that would be worthy of consideration.
To kill him. I know, to put him out of his misery.
It's up to you.
Christ.
I'm going to go over to him again. And I put his 2 horns in my bag.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, I'm going to sit down beside him.
Yeah.
And like, we're going to get you out here now. I don't know if you can hear me, but we're going to get you to move.
I don't know if in real life you've ever. You probably have. You know when a kid falls and they scrape their knee and they look up at you with these sad eyes because they can't understand, like a toddler I'm talking about, they can't understand the pain they've suffered.
Or a grown adult. Remember
Or a
that
grown
time?
adult, when Jenny fell. Jenny's a bit like this too. She falls, she hurts herself, and then she looks at me like she's a toddler and doesn't understand what happened. Tie your fucking shoelaces. Anyway, when Bruntonus looks at you, it is the it's the mind of. I would say innocence, but nobody who suffered with Bruntonus has could ever be innocent, could be considered innocent again. They've known the cruelty of the universe, the possibilities of cruelty, and when he looks at you, it's heart wrenching. He's broken.
You're not going mad yet. You're not going mad out here. And then I'm going to like try lift them up again, and I'm going to ask them to give us a hand. I'm just going to shout down to them and be like, get him over to where Marilla went up. We need to take him out of here.
Therese is carrying the evil crown, so I'll help you.
Yeah, I think I'll just stick with this for the moment.
Okay.
Don't, for the love of God, put it on your head.
Please.
Dress is already over there doing a dance. Falls.
Check.
Do you know Jonah Hill and This Is the End, and he has the gun and he's like, bang, bang, bang,
Bang, bang. He's trying to frisbee onto somebody's head. Oh. You see Leah just catch it with her head.
And then you just go straight back.
Just straight back.
I didn't think there would be so much laughing during this.
She thought I was going on the other end. Maybe I'm just not doing a good enough job as DM. I think the Matt Mercer up now.
So it's actually really like your TikTok video where you're like, we're not the Critical Role players and they're all crying, and they were like, ha, did he shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, stop.
I'm crying laughing.
So, can I see, right, by looking at Bruntonus, is he looking at that crown in any way?
I can't when Brunton stares out, he looks at you, but it's like he's not looking at you.
But the crown.
He's not looking at the crown. No, he's it's like once that crown fell off his head, there's nothing more that crown could do to Bruntonus. He's not afraid of him anymore. He's just not afraid of anything. He's broken.
I don't.
Stop this. I want to put it back on and see if I help.
No, don't. Did you try turning him off and turning him on again?
My go-to response is IT support, right?
You can try that if you want. I won't be held responsible for what happens next, though.
Oh, God.
How shattered was Bruntonus's boomerang?
Completely.
Oh.
So there's not like it's just in fragments on the ground.
You ever see when Gimli attacks the axe in Lord of the Rings and explodes like in shards?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, because I was gonna pick them up and hand them to him, but I'm gonna kind of bend down, say nothing, and just try and pick Bruntonus up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
So you guys do that, and as are you bringing him out, or what are you doing with him?
Yeah, I'm going to bring him over to where Marilla's coming down.
As you guys kind of carry Bruntonus out of this place, you look around and you see the writing on the walls and the organic blood matter, and you see the thing that you guys are leaving behind. And this area here, you just know, will forever be a place of darkness after the things that have transpired here. There's been suffering here of an unparalleled level. Like it's dark. This place will forever bear that negative energy upon it now. But as you bring Bruntonus, as you kind of bring Bruntonus up the tracks, you just see Marilla coming down on the lift, and she's standing there.
Yeah, fabulous. Right, I look at them carrying Bruntonus. Daryl, what is Bruntonus carrying and wearing?
Bruntonus. So if I remember correctly, Bruntonus did he have a sword equipped?
I had everything unequipped, and then Heck decided to do redressing when I was holding the crown.
I'm going to look at them and say, look, just in case Bruntonus is going to go mad in a few
But
minutes.
I have no sword, I have no weapons on me. No weapons.
Oh, you've just clothes?
Yeah, and
I just made chainmail.
He doesn't even have horns to gore anymore.
Alright, so I'm not going to undress a madman.
There's weapons still out there.
Marilla, I actually cannot tell you how unthreatening Bruntonus is now.
Yeah, but I don't know what the crown is.
He doesn't need to be carried, Dave, does he? Explain to him.
Oh, he can walk. He's just completely shattered and broken.
Kind of like he can't talk. He has a kind of, I'm guessing,
like when you start lifting
mentality.
Bruntonus is kind of just hovering, which is there's no pushing him or anything. He's literally just following, like a child would.
Yeah.
So I say, come on.
You could hold him by the hand and guide him, and he would follow. He's like that kind of. He's just following. He's not responding whatsoever. Like.
Hey, well, come on. The dwarf said he'll have a look at him, so.
I'm gonna take Bruntonus' sword with me as well, just in case.
Okay. So you guys kind of hop on the elevator and you head on up into.
There's nothing. Sorry, I want to take everything that he owns from there, so there's absolutely nothing
Yeah,
left.
no,
to land.
between the
He's not even dead yet, Cully. Don't worry.
Yeah. And then I'm going to sell it. How much will I get for that?
Colleen's going to keep hold of his bags of gold. Just, you know.
So how much is that Minotaur and horns, actually?
I'll hold it for a few.
I want one of those horns. I'm turning it into a drinking goblet.
Wait, relax, lads. I'm
gonna wear it.
Chloe, I'm putting a mark against your alignment for that comment.
Mine's going to be.
So you as well, Leah.
No, we're just talking out loud. Not.
Sorry, out of character. Character. I'm going.
So me as a person, I'm more evil now.
Yeah. I'm actually making you more evil as a person. Right, so look, you guys head out of the mine, and you leave that darkness of the Fellstone mines behind you. Well, but you'll never truly leave them behind, though. As you walk out into the light, and the sun actually torches your eyes, and the dwarf's like, "Come on, bring him over here, I'm gonna look at him."
As the light hits his eyes, he would squeeze the hands of both Leah and Heck tighter.
Once I'm off the elevator but still in the mine, can I try putting the crown into my backpack and putting it on?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. You can put the crown in your backpack, no problem.
And it doesn't rip through it like it did with the cart.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, then I'll
It doesn't.
put it back
Please
on.
Bruntonus' hand back.
Yeah,
What
I'll
is-
hold him on.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure we're all right.
The dwarf just goes, "Alright, can you get them down on his knees?"
No,
He goes straight on his knees.
don't.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to stand in front of him.
Well, I'm only a dwarf, lass. He's a big minotaur. Like, I have to have a look at him. He's too tall.
Okay.
He looks at you and he's like, why did you bring him to me? Anyway, he kind of grabs Prentice by the face like that, and he kind of like pulls his mouth open and looks inside, and he's been really rough on him. And he's he looks at his teeth. He's like, looks into his eyes. Aye. Nah, that lad's fucked.
We need to get him back to Keramit.
Aye.
What if we bring him to his church?
Is there a
Might-
church?
Really good idea.
Probably not the worst idea in the world.
Is there a church here?
Your church, Leah?
No, don't bring him anywhere near her church. Bring him to his church.
No, I mean, is there a church of Urtella, isn't it?
Ortella,
There is, yeah.
there is a church of Ortella. Yeah, Bruntonus was there.
Okay. We'll bring him there then.
You guys have a 2-day trek back though.
In the little town, is there anything? No?
No, not really. There's nothing open. Everyone could have cleared out when the Fellstone mines became what they were.
I'm pretty much happy just, if everyone else, I'm pretty much happy just to make the thing to the church with Bruntonus.
Yeah.
I think we have the crown. I think, Bruntonus is obviously suffering something here, and I think they're going to at least know what to do or know what he would want. He was a very religious person, so
Yeah.
they're going to know what way to handle this.
I think we should bring him there then.
Okay, you guys have enough rations to get back?
Yeah, we made sure that we bought some, didn't we?
Yeah. So you guys roughly make it back towards the Merryway Inn, the site of.
Does he?
It's not eating time yet. When you just get back to camp, when the sun is setting.
I'm willing to take a point of exhaustion if it gets us there quicker.
Yeah, me too.
So how it works with exhaustion is every hour over 8 hours that you travel, you have to roll a Constitution saving throw, or take 1 point of exhaustion. So my rules on exhaustion were actually way less than what D&D's rules actually are.
I don't believe that for a
Right,
second.
let's do the D&D rules. You've been travelling for 9 hours. Roll a Constitution saving throw, everybody, including Bruntonus.
Oh, including Bruntonus as
No,
well?
can Bruntonus not sleep? Because Bruntonus isn't going to be driving the cart.
Yeah.
So it's the rest of us.
Like, I don't want him to be doing anything. That's the whole
Yeah.
point.
Doesn't matter. It says once you travel over 8 hours in a day, every hour over that.
Oh, well,
But
then
if he
I
was
don't.
Sleeping,
I-
though. Could he sleep in the back of it?
Maybe. if he sleeps at all.
5.
Take
Oh
a-
wait, no, hold on. Are we doing that? Okay.
We'll do it once, and then we can like decide to be like, oh god, no, we're too tired for this.
Yeah. 4. Oh god. Oh no.
3. I got a 3.
I got a
18.
19. I got
Yeah.
Is that natural 1 with 3?
Yeah, I got a natural 1 and +2 then.
That's 2 exhaustion then.
No, Leah falls off the cart. Takes it, dies.
So the
$1 million
DC for this is the DC is 11. What did somebody roll a 1 there?
Me.
Daryl, can you hear us?
I was actually just double checking the rules on
Oh,
exhaustion.
sorry.
So, right, so you guys are all knackered, but Aaliyah, the whole stressful of the whole thing, you actually like end up taking 2 points of exhaustion because you're so
Oh, lovely.
because you're just so overwhelmed mentally and physically.
Well done, Howie.
So I don't get any rest, nothing, no short rest, no long rest.
You guys can take a short rest halfway through, as you would have stopped for a break, and now you're coming to it. So 9 hours have passed since you left the Feldstone Mines, right? And you guys can take a long rest now, if you wish, or press on another hour and roll another Constitution saving throw.
I have to. I'm going to. A short rest. Can I take a short rest?
Short rest won't get rid of exhaustion.
Yeah, I know, but
If we take a short rest, are we able to travel another 8 hours without a Constitution saving throw?
Nope, you have to take a long rest to end the forced march.
Oh, okay.
Actually, maybe I was harsh, Daryl. Maybe your rules were nicer. If we could go back to that. it'd
No.
be great.
Please,
No.
please.
If everybody wants to sleep, I can stay awake and I can keep the cart moving.
You can't.
I'll do it.
You wouldn't be able to take a long rest on a moving cart.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
It's like it just wouldn't work. You're on a cobblestone road. You'd have to
Obviously,
stop.
You'd
You'd have to
cobblestone
stop
roads.
and set up. You'd have to stop and set up camp to take a long rest.
Or have we gone past that little place, the bar where we found the people?
Yes, you would have now. Did you want to stop at that?
Well, I was gonna say that would have been a place to stop at.
Okay.
Uh,
what do you want to say, Merla?
I just want to say my vote is to just keep going.
Jenny, it's another 8 hours to Kermit.
That's like 2 days straight without sleeping, nothing like.
And when we get 6 exhaustion, we automatically die.
Oh,
So we'd have to like
Fine. I
definitely
changed my
make
vote
every
to
step.
long
Every
rest.
Imagine like you just don't sleep for one night and you die.
Oh God.
So it was exhaustion under Glad Hallow. Now it's exhaustion and death under Anhast or whatever.
You only have 1 point. I have 2
Now
points
it's,
of
now it's
exhaustion.
perils of the exhausted. Jenny.
Must be nice to have your mind.
Oh.
Fine, I'll take a long rest then.
Okay, you guys set up camp and you take a long rest because you have to. This is just the way of the world.
Okay, so
Um,
we definitely are doing a
The
long
way of D&D.
Yeah, are you still watches or is everyone just sleeping?
I'd like to do a watch on Bruntonus as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
same.
too.
What's
I can
Sorry, go
take the
ahead.
first watch as I'm not exhausted.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try sleep too to get rid of one of them.
What's Bruntonus doing?
Just looking on the ground. I don't think Brunton's will sleep.
Okay, so
Can I try offer Bruntonus a little bit of rations?
does Bruntonus eat? No, he doesn't. He looks at the food and doesn't seem to understand what to do with it.
I take out a second piece of ration. I start eating it myself, and it's like, "Do you want some? It's good."
I'm literally not even looking at him. I'm looking like right past him. Like,
Oh, all right.
It's just rude.
I kind of see this, and I'll put away the rations and I'll leave them.
Okay, so you guys kind of just take turns doing some watches then, yeah? Just the four of you?
Can I talk to him as well after I'm on my own with him?
Of course, yeah, of course.
I'm going to take out his horns that I have.
Yeah.
And I'm going to like sit down beside him or wherever he is. I'm going to like place him in front of him.
Yep.
I'm going to be like, you don't know what I saw that day with you when we were on the bridge. We talked about it, but you don't know exactly what I saw. But I saw your father. I saw him. And I'm guessing he went off. He's probably doing the same thing that you are doing now. Going off on his journey. But I don't think you're ready to end it here.
Brunton is standing behind Aaliyah. You see a shadow looking over at you. With piercing red eyes and black horns. You were weak. You were always weak. That's why I left you behind. As it circles behind you. Aaliyah, you're just, this is all happening while you're speaking. Look at you. Broken. Gone. You are no son of mine. Just Brunton is just tears begin coming from his eyes. But Leah, you take that as if you're getting through to him.
Yeah. I'm going to say, well, I don't know obviously what I'm saying to him, so I'm going to be like, you have to finish what he's done. You have to do it now. It's up to you. And I presume that was your mother that I also saw.
Some
pep
talk.
I don't know if she's still alive. I'm not sure.
She thinks you're weak. She thinks you're a fool.
But I think you have to do it for her as well.
I kind of like a child would scutter away from Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Like behind a tree.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like at home, on all the fours, like scutter.
You feel you can hide. I will be with you forever.
Darla, I don't like this episode.
I'm just gonna like go over to him. I'm like, there's no need to hide from me.
I just
like-
keep kind of running around the tree, kind of.
There's no need to
child.
hide.
How would
And
it
then
feel when she's dead? When the crown turns her mad? Don't you want to save her? Kill her. It's the only way.
I'm going to go back over then if he's around the tree, and I'm going to take his horn.
Colleen, I know this is a little bit weird for you because you're talking and you don't know what I'm saying.
I know, yeah.
But I do.
That's-
You're doing very well, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. So you take his horn, and what do you do with it?
I'm going to just sit there and look at him, and I'm like, look, these belong to you. I'm not being bad, but like I am treating him like a child, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just told my back on her. I don't want to look at her.
Your God has abandoned you. Your friends will soon abandon you. You will
rock back and
live
forward.
in suffering forever. End them. End yourself.
I'll just keep rocking back and forth, hold my legs.
I'm going to go over to him again, and I'm just going to put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm going to be like, we're going to get you fixed. And then I'm going to go back and just rest, but I'll like still keep looking at him.
Yeah. Okay. The night passes.
Oh, I want to do something with Bruntonus as well.
Yeah. So we'll say Aaliyah went first, and then you're up next. So this is after a couple of hours going to pass. Bruntonus just sits in silence, doesn't sleep.
Does Bruntonus still have his drums on him?
Yeah.
Heck is going to like take Bruntonus's drums and just sit beside him.
Rob me, man.
And while Bruntonus is there, he's gonna be like, when I was young, I didn't really have many people to talk to, just me and my mother. And she used to sing me. She used to play the drums and sing little songs for me. So that's what I'm going to do for you. And he's just gonna sit there, and he's just gonna. I actually have a Swedish version of a song here, but I'm super self-conscious about doing it on stream.
No.
Don't make yourself uncomfortable, but I think he'd be great for doing it.
Okay. I'm probably gonna get the pronunciation of this wrong.
That's okay. That's okay.
Baba vitalam hardunagun ul. Ja karaban jag har saken full. Heldag swakat far och sondag skulat mor. Och två par strumpor att bror. He's just gonna repeat. Yeah.
Yay!
Well done, Alan.
I would say,
He's
I would
just
say
gonna.
Bruntness would just like lie out, on, put his head to the tray, look up, and you would just see tears just roll down his face.
Maybe Heck has got through them on some level. Is that what you are? A child in which they play songs to? Weak and feeble.
I know it's not really much. I'm not really good at the comforting thing, but it's a thing that comforts me, and I thought it might help you.
Aw.
Don't tell any of the others that I listen to children's songs.
I'm actually awake right now. I heard
Everyone is just staring at him.
Heck, it's like blood red.
Okay. So that was
Daryl, on Marilla's turn, she's just going to put Bruntonus's head on her lap and just kind of rub it.
we'll run to this later.
Like he is a child. Like,
After a Hex song, he probably would.
As you're lying on Marilla's kind of lap, the shadow kind of walks around you and it's getting angry now. And it's like, look at you. You're a minotaur. Act like it.
Pull me ears.
Act like it.
Rush her.
Push her away. Kill her.
And
Kill
you
her.
can see that he's trying to fight, whatever. He's holding his ears tightly. But he's rocking back and forward. He's not letting you, like, he's in your lap, but, like, I'm holding, like, I haven't, it would be like I'm having a migraine or something. What would look like I'm having, what's happening to me.
Yeah, so then all that's left is Drez's turn. Does Drez want to do anything, or is he kind of...
Puts the crowd
Oh.
up. Just...
yeah, when everybody's asleep. I want to look around and make sure everybody is actually asleep.
They are?
Okay. And then in Sylvian, I'll call out Lady Isla's name and kind of nearly pray for her. Kind of like with my kind of heart of heart or mind of mind, like kind of focus on her and say her name.
As you kind of do that, right, your mind kind of shoots out your body and you kind of you get overtaken by a vision. You stand atop a cliff looking over the peaceful green land at night, okay? A cold wind blows from the north, carrying with it the haunting howl of a wolf. The howl is joined by others from all around you as a snowstorm begins from nowhere. Above you, a large and full moon becomes blocked by grey clouds and the lands darken. A voice echoes in your mind, that of Lady Isla, as she says cryptically, "Follow the howl of the spouse." Her voice becomes 2, and then 4, as she repeats the saying, "Follow the howl of the spouse." It becomes 20 as a crowd of voices speak as it begins to hurt your ears. You grasp them, trying to drown out the sonic pain in your mind as this one voice has now become thousands, saying the same thing over and over again. Follow the howl of the spouse. And all of a sudden, you're back in your body, looking at Bruntonus against a tree.
Brunton is still awake at this stage?
Yeah. But you can see he's nodding off, though. He's kind of like that.
Okay, I considering, like, I'm guessing I know he's been awake this whole time. I'm gonna try just leave him alone and kind of let him try to find some rest and sleep.
Okay. Morning comes and Bruntonus does eventually fall. Sorry, go ahead.
During the night, I would want to draw something into the ground.
Yeah. Would you like to tell me what you draw, or do you want me? Yeah. What is
Yeah,
it?
I'll DM it.
Whisper it to me on Twitch if you want.
Oh, can I?
Whichever you want. Whichever you want.
Did you get it?
I see it there. I see it there. Yeah. So upon the morning.
Daryl, just in the morning, I have to pay, so you can continue if you want. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Cool about it.
I have things I want to do as well in the morning.
Yeah. So the sun arises, and Bruntonus is asleep beside the tree on the ground on the side. Looks like he had eventually fallen asleep, but he has drawn something into the ground in front of him. He's just drawn a rose into the ground, and you know from the stuff he said in the past that is the symbol of his god Ortella.
I'm gonna go over to it then. I'll put my hand around it. Now, these are questions that I have about my spells that I looked at.
Okay.
Obviously, I slept, so I get them again.
Yeah.
I have got bestow curse or else remove curse.
Yeah.
Remove curse. Would I know if this would do anything to help him?
It depends if he's cursed, then it might.
I'm gonna try it on him then, yeah. I'm going to call him over then, and I'm gonna place him like in front of where he drew the rose. I'm gonna say, look down. Put your hands down, and then I'll grab him by his hands and then see if it does anything.
Okay.
It's just touch.
Right. So you're gonna cast remove curse, yeah?
Yes.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work. This is not a curse Bruntonus is suffering from. This is the mental anguish of an eternity of suffering. I don't even understand really what could help Bruntonus, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe greater restoration, but probably not.
That was my next thing. I was going to do lesser.
This is well beyond the scope of lesser restoration.
Yeah.
And I think probably greater restoration too. This is not something magical that's happened to him. This is something that he's had to endure, and it's made him into what he is now.
Okay. And then... No, it probably wouldn't work. My next one was going to do detect good and evil and good, but that's only like detected as celestial and elemental and all. It's not really what I want.
Yeah, I don't think you have any spells that'll help him. If I'm being honest
But
with
I
you.
do.
In fact, Aaliyah, I can pretty much guarantee you don't have a spell that can help Bruntonus. You're just not
Protection
powerful
from
enough.
evil and good.
No. That won't protect somebody from their own mind.
Is his mind evil?
No,
Can
unfortunately.
we replace his mind?
What?
I mean, yeah,
Hey,
maybe.
I'll like
Hey, my
start
flowers in the
doing
house.
me on him.
Is there anything anybody wants to do before you guys pack up camp and move on to reach the city of Keramit?
Well, yeah. Is everybody? I'm guessing everybody is gathered around and stuff like that.
Yeah?
All right, so I'll talk to everybody. It's like, I tried to contact my patron CeeLo last night, and she told me to follow the howl of the spouse to try help Bruntonus. Do any of yous know or understand what that might be?
The hell of the spouse, and I'm gonna just turn and look at Marilla.
Pretty obvious. It's her husband.
I said, well, Dimitri would be involved in this. How would he know how to help?
I don't know. That's all she told me. I was lucky to get that, usually.
Daryl, would Dimitri have had any proficiency in maddening artifacts, or
Absolutely no.
is he a bit of is he intelligent, or is he a bit of a brute?
Fiercely intelligent. And he's also a brew.
That's the boat world.
Sounds dreamy.
Let me say, no, I don't know why they'd. Have you heard the hell?
You did hear a hell in the vision, Drez, but it was coming from the mountains. and it wasn't.
So I didn't see what it was.
And it wasn't a natural howl either. It made something primal awaken inside you.
Okay, so I did hear a howl. I don't know what kind, but it felt like it had power behind it, whatever the hell was.
Like, well, Dimitri is a very powerful man. Daryl, I take out my little wizard book and I'm just wondering, when's the next full moon?
So today is the 33rd of Vergoda, and the last full moon was on the 28th of Vergoda.
Just gone.
Yeah, so let me just see here now. The next one will be on the 55th of Vergoda.
So say he's already been a werewolf, so like I don't think he'd be one at the moment.
Should we go back to Kermit?
Far are we from the mountains?
Okay, I'll show you on the map. I'll show you exactly where you
I didn't tell you that part though.
Oh shit, I'm metagaming.
I just said I heard a howl and it was powerful.
Oh, you didn't say about the mountains?
Didn't say the husband
No.
part.
No, I thought you said about the mountains. Disregard me, Daryl.
Okay, well, just to let you know where you are, right? Before you guys set off, you are here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the Feldstone mines are, and where the kind of up this kind of direction was where the hell came from.
What's the lair of the old Trisef?
Trisef, you don't know.
Marilla's fiercely intelligent, Darl, so I feel like
Keep in mind, she knows everything.
Doesn't matter.
Jenny's the DM in this.
Jenny, put yourself down to level 2, will you?
I am the DM now.
Okay, so yeah.
Sorry, will you click on that again? Where did you say they are?
You guys are right here.
Okay.
Right beside the Merry Way Inn. I can zoom in actually if you want. 1 second there. It's kind of weird, kind of moving it around as well, because I can't get it to work on Yokibell. But look, I'll just say, is it just here?
Okay.
And then Kero Myth.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
okay. So I'm gonna, Colleen. Have you said maybe we shouldn't go back to Kermit?
Yeah, after he said about your husband.
I'm gonna go on what you said, and I said it has. That's also crossed my mind. I mean, if we go back to a busy city, like, will Bruntonus be seen as a problem?
I know.
Like, if the crown drove people mad, the four of us, if he starts to turn, I mean, we're fighters, we have a chance, and we're giving Bruntonus just chance. But will the Kermit, will they see it like that? Will they kill him? Will they help him?
He's not going to turn, Marilla. He's not going to turn. He's going to be okay.
Would his church not look after him?
And I say, well, after what I've seen, a church is no disrespect to Leah. I'm not so sure.
Oh my God, Jenny, the Church of Ortella is nothing like the Church of Ornan.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. So would I know procedure or whatever would be if there was somebody to come into them?
Everybody would know that the Church of Ortella is she's the Lady of Peace. She's the White Rose. She's a gentle, loving God.
Yeah, but like, would our our followers?
Our church is basically based around diplomacy and peaceful resolution and finding inner peace and harmony. Like,
fucking hippies.
Miss Aaliyah here, who's like, oh, nice. We went into her church. They took all our
the Church of Ornan is normally a very welcoming church to people as well. You guys just happen to tangle with the Inquisition.
Okay. And I say, well, then if we bring him, if we bring him to his church, I say that's where. Not that no one said we shouldn't, but I said I don't think we should. I think we should just go straight there, not to the anywhere else, and because his church will protect him.
I think maybe that would be a good idea. I don't know if this will be good or bad, but could we like blind him in any way, say, or
Blind and deaf and well, you know.
Wow.
I know this because like I don't want him to come into a crowd.
Yeah, but
And
the you hear in your mind, see, they move against you even now.
I don't want him to come into a crowd and be like so overwhelmed with everybody that's here. That's why I want to do it to like make sure that he's okay and doesn't go.
Aaliyah, I
You would probably
understand.
panic if you blinded him. I think I would panic if you blinded me.
Why don't we move under darkness? Churches are open all the time. We can just knock on the door. We'll wait till it's quiet and we'll bring him in.
Kill the Secre.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Darkness under a caramel now.
Yeah.
Well, will we keep going to the church?
I
Okay.
think
Draz, there's nothing else that your God told you?
She's not really a god, but yeah, no, that's all she's told me.
More of a lover.
It was the howl. It seemed like it was coming from the mountains, but other than that,
Okay.
I think we bring him to Urtella first, the Church of Urtella,
Yeah.
and then go. On the way back, when we leave or anywhere around, can I look for? It's a white rose, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to look for white roses on the way.
Roll me a nature check.
That's really good. I got shivers when you said that.
Nature. Oh, I'm sorry.
Natural one.
That's two natural ones in a row. I
Fine
saw
one.
sorry, get rid of them now before combat. It's fine.
Colleen, you actually.
Poison
any
ivy.
inspiration help.
You know what? You know what? Right? Because you're all so mean to me about the exhaustion. Yeah. You gain a point of exhaustion looking for a white rose. You stress yourself. You stress yourself out so much
Oh my God.
looking for this white rose. You get entangled in the task, and you gain a point of exhaustion.
Are you joking me?
No.
I was thinking it's like, oh, she finds one rose and while picking her up, destroys the whole thing or something.
I was thinking poison ivy.
I'm gone back to 2 points of exhaustion now. I wasn't even on. These are all cleared. I'm going back to 2.
Daryl, do you want to turn your light on?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But you only clear 1 point of exhaustion with a long rest?
Yeah. Each one
Yeah.
as you go.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Right. So will we
I'm
start
the all nice there now. Can I not just pick up a wrong flower and think it was a rose?
Daryl.
We poked the bear. That's what we get.
The nature check was for you to realise that there are no white roses in these parts.
Okay, so do I still get my point of exhaustion?
Hell yeah.
Right. Will we
Also,
start moving our
20
way?
points of damage.
You know what? I fucking hate you, Jenny. You're the one that started this off.
Take a look for
Right.
Points of exhaustion. We're looking for a bleeding rose.
Okay. So you guys eventually.
I'm really tired after that, guys. I was looking for something.
Aaliyah actually.
Back or something, you know?
Aaliyah comes back and she's got like sweat and like little bits of dirt and she looks really stressed out
Yeah.
and she's like really annoyed. Like.
Hey, what's wrong?
I just imagine. Sorry.
I'm just like really like I got so overwhelmed by something. I just had to find it, but then I just couldn't. My mind just went all over the place. I'm actually sweating, like, you know.
You sound like Morella.
On for a minute. I might have pulled something in my shoulder. How's Bruntonus doing?
At this stage, this is what I was going to say is like foaming at the mouth.
Brunton's
We're like, where we go?
Brunton's looks pretty chill. I'm not gonna lie. Except he's tormented eternally. Other than that, he looks pretty chill. Right, you guys, you head on down the road and you make it back to Karamit, right? On the way to Karamit, so as you approach the city, you see a black wagon, okay? A big, huge, massive black wagon being pulled by 6 horses, alright? The black wagon has all manner of runes upon it, of magical suppression. It looks like it's made of pure lead, and the cart, around the cart are 10 heavily armoured warriors wearing black and gold full plate armour. If anyone wants to history check this, they can.
Yeah.
Dark and I.
Bruntonus can if he wants.
With disadvantage.
Oh my god.
I got
13.
another woman. Like what?
I know. Can I use my inspiration from like 2 things ago?
Yes, you can. You totally can.
I'm assuming I will have no idea of what this is.
Yeah, Drez, you roll with disadvantage. So do you, Heck. No,
What?
Heck,
Oh, you
no,
actually
Heck,
still want this?
Heck, you don't. Drez, you can roll but with disadvantage.
Well, I got 12.
You got a 12, okay. And who got that 18?
I rolled an 18, but I thought I had disadvantage, so I rolled 2.
Oh, the first one was 12, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 for me.
You're 10, and does Marilla roll?
Yep, Marilla got 15.
15, okay.
Can I do my... What do I add on?
Inspiration is 1d6.
I won't do it, Leah, because you have disadvantage on this roll.
Oh,
won't mind.
well, I rolled a fucking 6.
So, alright, roll your second dice.
Oh, I was trying to
Even
say.
on inspiration?
Yeah. No, not for inspiration. No, you gotta re-roll your history check, your forcing.
Oh my god.
That's what I was trying to say.
But you're gonna get a +6 to whatever you roll.
Plus 4. Oh, and then I have
So
my
plus
plus
10, yeah, to whatever you roll.
Oh, yeah. 20 I got for the other
Right,
one.
so you got 40 for this roll. Oh no, sorry, 26 you got for this roll. Alright, so Marilla and Aaliyah, you both know what this cart is, right? The rest of you guys don't, especially you, Drez and Bruntonus. So this is this cart is called a Black Ark. It's a cart used for transporting extremely dangerous individuals to Fort Poiser. The warriors around there are the paladins of an order called the Union of Enjoining. These grim and dark paladins belong directly to the Church of Mornest and answer only to the highest members of the church. They are tasked with escorting the most dangerous criminals in the lands to Fort Poiser, the island fortress northwest of the Andic Empire. It is said that this fort is inescapable and holds the worst of the worst criminals. Whoever is in this cart will likely spend the rest of their days in a jail cell on Lock and Chain Island, where Fort Poiser is.
Can
Darryl.
you see through the cart?
You can't see inside it now. There's no windows
Who
on it.
who looks like they know who's in the cart? Like the guy driving it, or
There's a guy driving, and there's 10 armoured warriors around, the 5 on each side.
who looks like the most senior?
You know your history, Jenny. You shouldn't really approach this. It's best to avoid Black Arks.
Black Arks? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can't talk to anyone.
You can walk up and talk to them if you want, but the paladins that belong to the Union of Enjoining rarely speak. They're grim kind of people. They are the people tasked with hunting down these criminals, putting them in Black Arks and sending them off to Fort Poiser. Like this will be like inside that cart. You can't even cast magic.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look and just ask, who are you transporting?
They just completely ignore you as they go past shit on the road.
Is there anybody around staring at the cart as well?
Oh, there's onlookers, yeah, because she's right outside the city of Kerlimit. There's onlookers everywhere. People are often fascinated with Black Arks. Imagine the serial killers in real life being transported. Like, everyone would stop and look.
I'm going to turn to somebody who's watching and be like, do you know who's in there?
No, they didn't.
Oh.
Owen, you badly blew on your mic there. Maybe,
Alright.
maybe eject the smoke from the other side of your mouth.
Sorry.
No, that's they're coming from the north somewhere. I think in Bavaria.
Bavaria.
Yeah,
So they've
they're
only...
They're traveling from the north. Yeah, they're on their way to Antast to ship this person off.
Oh, okay. So like a very long travel that
They
they're
have
on.
a long old travel ahead of them. Yeah. and they won't stop. They'll only stop to camp on the roads. They won't even stay in a city.
Do you know anybody who would know?
Well, no, because we don't know where he really came from. Just somewhere maybe north.
I suppose.
The Cryarch might know.
Okay.
Well, you're not going to get an audience with him.
Well, thanks for that.
No problem. Right, so you guys enter into Keralmith, and as you move along, you come into the cobblestone streets, and the city remains unchanged. It's been 4 days since you left on this task, and there's nothing really kind of indicating there's anything to be worried about with Bruntinus. He's kind of really docile and really peaceful, except obviously, you know, going through whatever he's going through. They're going to lock you up, Bruntinus. They're going to put you in a cell.
He actually looks pretty okay. Oh, sorry.
I was just asking them, are we able to drive this cart all the way?
No, you'll have to. Yeah, you could. Well, it would be a bad idea to drive this cart to the Cryarch because he said he wanted.
Oh, no. I was talking about to the church.
Yeah.
Of Ortella.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could. Yeah, I'm going to get the map of the city back up.
Yeah, I was just curious if it makes it easier for Bruntinus to be like in this rather than out walking in a crowd.
Yeah. We got a mic
That's
breeder.
all when we get there.
We have a mic breeder. Who's breathing on the mic?
Is it me?
Might be me.
Put your finger up, Shane the devil. Right.
No.
So what did you ask me there, Drez?
I just asked if it's okay to bring the cart into the hallway to the church.
Yes, it is possible. Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
When we get through there and then there's like people around, I'm gonna like sit beside Bruntinus and like hold his hand.
Okay. So you guys arrive at the Temple of Ortella, and I will show you on the map where that is now. Temple of Ortella is right here. It's one of these buildings here. I think it's this one. That's the Temple of Ortella. So you guys, you come into Keralmith this way. Oh, sorry, you actually come from this way. My apologies. And this is where you saw the Black Ark coming down this way.
Press that again.
So you guys came down this road here.
Okay, yeah.
And you saw the Black Ark here going south, and then you crossed the bridge, and then you take the road down here through Cobble East, up this way, down through this area here, and then over. Oh, sorry, around. My apologies, and then over to here, over to the yoke. So I'm gonna just put you where you are, just in case anybody is wondering. What?
I'm sorry, I need to breathe.
About the mouth breather.
I'm going.
It's okay. We're playing D&D. We're supposed to be mouth breathers.
Owen, no, no, don't be insulting people who play D&D. There's enough people out there in the world to do that. Okay, so you guys are sitting outside the Temple of Ortella, and you can see ahead of you. It's this beautiful building. I've described it in the past. It's just immaculate, made of white stone. The door has a massive white rose upon it, and the lady is carved upon it. The doors are kind of slightly open, as you guys have arrived quite early in the morning, and you can kind of see there's a caretaker kind of opening the doors. It kind of looks. It's actually the old lady from the last time. Oh, can I help you?
I say, yes, our friend here. He's one of you. He needs assistance. His name is Bruntinus Bronzeheart.
I'll bring you to the High Perisay. As the old lady kind of leads you guys into the church of Ortella, and my bad. And then I know I had said before about do you know what, we don't have Colin there. I'm just going to take a 5-minute break, guys. I'm just going to take a 5-minute break anyway, and okay. We will come back and so stick around, guys, and don't forget to hit that follow button. We'll be back in literally 2 minutes. We are back and our cameras are working again. Let me just turn the desktop audio on so you guys can hear my players. This is not just me. I do all the accents, but it's not just me. So where we just left off there 2 minutes ago was the guys had arrived at the Temple of Ertella, and they were being welcomed in by the old lady who is the I can't remember her name now off the top of my head, but she was the High Perisei's helper. Dave, can you remember the name of the High Perisei?
I can't. My mind's gone though.
Good save.
That's the right
I,
answer.
when I have the effect worn, I will tell you the name. But at the moment, there's no point. No point metagaming.
Okay, yeah. Alright. So, you guys never met High Perisei Volomon before. As you kind of bring in... It's Volman, sorry. As you bring him into the temple, he comes walking down, and he wears this. Just to describe one more time for you, he wears these perfectly crisp white robes, and he's got this beautiful staff with like a blue core going all the way down that has magic pulsates from it, and he just looks very like a peaceful elf, and he welcomes you in, and he kind of says, "What has happened? What has happened?" He looks at Bruntonus, and it's like he knows something. What is this?
Draz, show them the crown. We went into the mines, and there was a crown down there, and Bruntonus put it on.
What is this?
We were sent by somebody here in the city up to the mines.
Which mines?
The mines everyone went mad in.
Your key mines kicking the name Rilla. This is all a big secret.
Oh, sorry. Oh, shit. Well, he went
The
somewhere.
mines you are meant to keep secret from everyone.
Everybody.
Oh, okay. Oh, fine. I say nothing.
No. That's all been said. Now. That's all been said.
Oh.
What is this business? The mines, everyone mad. What is this crown you speak of?
I say it doesn't matter at the moment. Look at your paladin. Fix him.
He's not a paladin yet, but
He's from your church.
my poor Bruntonus. Come, bring him. So he basically brings him into the back of the church, and he kind of you can all come with him, and he looks quite frantic, and he lies Bruntonus down on this big bed, right? Does Bruntonus allow himself to be lied down? And he kind of gently caresses the top of Bruntonus's head. My poor fellow. I could see the suffering in his eyes. This is darkness. This is evil. What has been done to him? I demand answers now.
Do you know what the evil is that's in him? We've tried things. I've tried to see, but I can't see anything.
There's nothing inside him. It's what's been done to him.
What do you mean there's nothing inside of him?
He is Bruntonus, or more specifically, what's left of him.
Does he still have his soul? Like,
His soul is there. Yes. It is his mind that is not.
can we fix that?
Stand back. And you kind of see he gets a staff up, and he just brings his hands up like this, and he begins uttering this incantation of pure white energy. And he puts his hand on the top of his staff, and he starts speaking these Elvish words really quickly. But this is a strange form of Elvish, and his words almost begin to take colours as they come from his mouth. His eyes begin to light up as he kind of brings it down. Nala vanelimi, and he puts his hand on top of Bruntonus, and Bruntonus is completely covered in this white energy, but nothing changes. No. Perhaps, and you see once again he brings his hand up and he Talamanai, as he puts his hand back down again. Magic covers him again, but this time it's like a yellowy kind of gold shimmering state. And once again nothing happens as he begins over and over again casting these spells on Bruntonus. Bruntonus, these are not offensive spells, they're positive energy he's pumping into you. And he kind of goes, it doesn't make any sense. It's just there's no physical harm to Bruntonus. Apart from this, you can see once he casts all that magic, his horns are completely healed. They're not like background. There's just the tattered remains of his torn off horns are there, but there's no more blood or anything like that. There's no open wounds. They've all been healed. He walks over to the corner, hitting the staff, and he's like, he puts his hands in his eyes like this. I can't help him.
Who can help him? We came here to get him help.
He walks back over to Prantinus, and he kind of puts his hand on the side of your face like this. Prantinus, you're going to have to let me in. You're going to have to work with me. As he puts his hand on Bruntinus' head like that, and he begins casting a spell. He's trying to raid Bruntinus' mind, and you could see you could see the High Perseus like beginning to cripple over in agony as he goes down to the ground onto his knees. He raises himself back up, and his breathing intensifies. You can see the sweat beginning to appear all over his face as his lip quivers as he puts his hand back, and then he looks at you, four of you. Explain yourself now. What did this?
It's more important that we save our friend than we keep this.
How can I save him if I don't know what did it?
Oh no, I'm just clarifying to the rest of my group.
Don't understand what this man has been through. I have never witnessed suffering like this. He sits, he kind of drops the staff, literally just lets it drop onto the ground as he sits down and puts his head between his hands. What did this?
Give him the crown, Draz.
Yeah, no, I'm not giving him. I put my backpack on the ground, and I pick up and pull out the crown, and I show him the crown, and tell him this did it. It's very dangerous. I've already touched it. It's already looked into me. I don't want it to look into anybody else and do what it did to Bruntinus. I haven't worn it, so that's why I'm like, I haven't been affected as much. I'm guessing I'm still being affected in somehow.
He walks over to it, looking down at it. As he walks around it, you can see this elf is physically crying after looking into Bruntinus' mind, and he's like, "What? Like not the kind of tears not the kind of sadness that Bruntinus has. This is more of a shock, like he's in shock after what he saw." And he kind of wipes the tears from his eyes and flicks it away. As he lifts the crown up with magic, and you can see him as he's battling with something, and all of a sudden he casts it at the wall. Ding, 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 as the crown drops to the ground. Who sent you to get that?
What is it?
I don't know. It's old. It's
How
old. Older than anything I've ever seen.
What type of magic?
I don't know. Who sent you for that, Sekre? Don't make me contact your High Sekre.
It was the Cryarch. The Cryarch sent us to get it.
Then I suggest you get that out of my church and to the Cryarch immediately.
I'm afraid.
And forget you ever saw that.
But what about Bruntinus? Can we not help him?
Bruntinus is with the lady now.
What do you mean he's with the lady now?
What you
No,
see?
with no lady. He's here.
What you see before you is a living, breathing man. But it is not the Bruntinus you knew. Bruntinus has suffered so much his mind has broken. And if there are not enough lifetimes on this planet, in this realm or any realm of existence, there will be enough to reform the tattered remains of his mind. Bruntinus will stay here with me. I will take care of him. But he will never complete his oath.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh.
Your friend is gone.
Could
No,
we
they're-
complete it for him? Is there any way possible that we can complete it for him and try bring his mind back to him.
That won't work.
Well,
Sekre, it's over.
Is there any way he could go as a paladin?
The Order will never accept him now. He's broken.
he's not broken. He's still there.
He will stay here with me, and I will take care of him. It is my duty.
Can you make him a paladin?
I cannot, for he has not brought me 3 commandments of peace.
Now, when you say take care of him,
He
do you
will-
mean you're going to care for him, or are you going to...
Were I not a man of peace and pacifism, I would be offended by that, good sir. He will remain here with me, and I will take care of him in the gentlest form. He will live here. He will work here.
No, he's
No.
not. He's not. He's not staying here. He isn't staying here.
This is-
Leah, is this not the best place until we can find something to help him? We can't exactly look after him if we're going into danger.
I promise you, I will dedicate my time to finding a way. I have connections in Magrotov. I will contact them. I know a wizard there by the name of Borislav Blackworm. I will contact him. And I will,
Sorry.
Michelle.
and I will see if he can help us.
Would I? Wait, did Marilla say that name out loud before?
No, Marilla doesn't know this person.
Oh, I thought it was someone else. Like,
No, you're thinking of Viscus. It's not. It's the
Sorry,
different
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just for those confused, I used to play I played a character for 50-something sessions, and before we all started streaming, called Borislav Blackwood at the time. I changed it to Blackworm because Blackwood was a thing in Sabrina, and Dave was the GM in that campaign. It was fun. COVID destroyed them, unfortunately. But anyway, back to it. I promise you, I will never give up on him. Never. But he's not
well, I
leaving
don't
here.
think he wants to.
Sekre, it's over.
I take Aaliyah's hand and I say, Aaliyah, think of what Draz said. Dimitri might be able to help. I
He'd be
think
safe here, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Daryl
true.
Bruntonus will get up and walk over to the Parasite and hold his hand with both his hands.
Oh.
He kind of, it's okay, my child. You will never know harm again.
This is awful.
I know. I'm gonna cry.
Same.
I'm going to have his horns and anyway still, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to mind these for you. I'm going to give them back to you.
You may come and visit him anytime you want.
I'm going to walk out after.
I will go up and pick up the crown and put it back in my pack.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Bruntonus a big hug, and then I'm gonna walk out.
As you're walking out, the High Parasite looks at you, Bruntonus, and says, "Do you have any last words for your friend, Bruntonus, before they leave?"
He just mutters lowly, and he just says, "Billy's lads."
Is that you said it? Do we have to change our names to Bruntonus
you.
lads now?
Fuck you.
Oh, that got me. Oof.
Right in the heart.
That's
Right in
tough.
the heart.
That's tough. Yeah.
That is awful.
So, you kind of, as you walk out of the temple, you look back and you see Bruntonus holding the High Parasite's hand. And even though it's tough, at the very least, you know Bruntonus is in the right place. This is the place that will care for him. But to look back at what Bruntonus was 2-3 days ago to what he is now, there is one thing you know above all. That crown is evil.
before I'm gonna sit outside, and because I couldn't find this rock, I'm gonna draw one, and I'm just going to leave it at the door,
Okay.
and then hope I'll find it.
That's nice. Come, Brandonus, let's get you some tea. As Brandonus is led into the back of the church. This is where Brandonus will spend the rest of his days, living in peace and tranquility within the church.
What? No, we're going to come back for Bruntonus, like, as we go along.
I'm guessing the DM is trying to say we don't know if we'll actually find something to cure him, but
It's so it's so unlikely. I might as well say Dave won't be playing Bruntonus anymore. Bruntonus is
oh, it's a proper.
Did
Oh.
we fuck it up?
no, it's
No.
Bruntonus is now an NPC.
Oh,
A non-player character.
Oh.
did you know that, Dave, coming into this one?
Yeah.
This was a discussion.
So
This-
we couldn't have helped him.
This was a discussion me and Dave had off screen. I would never take a character's player off them for just one simple action, but I think this was always the kind of the intention, in terms of once you put your character through something like that.
Don't put on the crown.
Drez just instantly puts on. Doesn't want to do this anymore.
All that remains is
Is it okay if I stay in the Discord call?
all that
I
remains.
have not booted you out already.
All that remains now is the crown and what you're going to do with it. The Cryarch wants you to. The Cryarch specifically stated you are to destroy it, and if you couldn't
Or-
destroy it, to bring it back to him to be contained. Look on the bright side. You're going to get 2,000 gold and you don't have to split it with Bruntonus now.
All Bruntonus' money and all.
Can we give you minus alignment points in real life?
Yeah.
Heck, did you give the sword back to Bruntonus, or do you still have it?
No, I kept Bruntonus' sword.
Okay.
I would like to. I want to do something. I wanted to give Bruntonus my sword, but he wouldn't know what to do with it. I think the entire time Heck has just been watching, and he feels the exact same way he felt when he lost his mother.
Yeah.
He has lost a friend, and he has not been able to do anything to help.
To lose a friend in such a way as well.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
So tell me, guys, what are you going to do with this crown?
I'm just going to sit here looking at the screen now for the next 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit outside for a little while. I can't go anywhere near there.
I take a swig of my trusty flask and pass it round.
Yeah, and you know what? I think I still have from the very first episode of when we had that drink, that really strong drink.
Dwaslisk.
Gutslick? What's it called?
I think it was called Dwaslisk.
Dwaslick. I have
Dwaslisk
that.
is a dwarven drink made of silver. It's like drinking acid.
Yeah, I'm going to take a swig of that.
Okay. So you do.
You have that?
Yeah, I kept it from.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
And now I go mad.
You
and kick
don't
myself.
break.
Aaliyah gets mad drunk and puts the crown on.
Oh! Please don't roll a natural one again. What did you say?
It's Constitution saving throw.
15.
15. You manage to not become so drunk that you lose control of yourself, but you are quite drunk. Dwaslisk is the strongest drink in all of Innerrot. The only thing stronger than it is Onirk root. The drug. Okay. So, as you are kind of standing there, he's kind of looking around Karamith. I need to know what you guys intend on doing.
Well, Aaliyah's a little bit drunk, obviously.
She's up for a fight.
Are you guys going to take the crown to the Cryarch?
I don't want to go anywhere right now. I just want to relax, sit here for a while, and then think about what we do. We need to talk about your husband. We need to just sit here. We need to find out what we're doing. Do we go? Do we stay? to go after.
Snick the bad, the greatest little bad, but Snick
I
the.
can't.
Oh, you guys are back! Welcome back to Keramit, guys! And you can see Buttsnick is walking along, but he has a companion with him this time. It's like this little, he has his little halfling beside him. Just like walking
Wait,
along with him.
has he already done the interview?
The what?
Doesn't he have an interview for the college?
Yeah, he's done his interview, yeah. He goes
Oh, I
on,
forgot.
oh, hello, all right, guys. He comes on his little stubby goblin legs. He comes running up to you. This is my friend. You're not gonna believe this. I can't believe he came. This is Samuel.
Alright, guys, how's things, everyone?
Oh,
Goddamn knew it, didn't I?
That's
is
perfect.
Samuel a halfling by any chance?
Yes.
Get the reference.
Oh, Dave always plays halflings, supposedly. Always.
I do. Let me claim. I have to claim.
Oh yeah, because if we saw it, then I'm gonna be like, Buttsnick, now is not time for this.
Oh no, come on, Aaliyah. Don't be butts and nuts.
Buttsnick, Bruntiness is not Bruntiness.
Why you're crying? What? What do you mean you're butts and nuts, Aaliyah? You've been drinking all day. You smell like Dwashlisk.
That's because it is.
He knows.
That's because it is.
Now, listen, you don't understand, right? So, I got horribly rejected from the College of Bards, right? Really badly rejected. Like, they actually wouldn't even, they barely let me audition. When I did, they laughed at me and threw something at me, yeah? And I was feeling pretty down the dumps, I'm not gonna lie. And then, who do I run into? Old Samuel Spark. He's been my friend for years now, Samuel, isn't it?
Samuel what?
Sam Spud.
That's what I thought I heard, Spud. Oh, God.
Fucking crisps.
I think you're misunderstood. My name is Samuel Spark.
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 Yeah, Spark, Trace, it's not that hard. Spark.
Okay.
But Nick, they look very upset or something. Maybe.
Can someone please talk to him? I can't deal with him.
Buttsnick Bruntiness has lost his mind.
Well, he was always a bit butts and nuts, to be fair.
He went fully butts and nuts.
Maybe I'm just gonna step away from this conversation.
Now, Samuel, don't be silly. Come on, these guys have been dramatic. They always are.
I take Buttsnick's hand. I say, Buttsnick, follow me. And I open the doors for him to look at Bruntiness.
He
Okay.
really is a lady killer, that Buttsnick.
Oh, we know.
You are very short. You are smaller than Buttsnick.
He's actually not. He's about the same size as Buttsnick.
I'm about the same height there. You must be Sheck. No. Tech. No. Beck. No. Feck. No.
Yeah, Feck. That sounds right. Yeah, that's Feck.
No, no, do not introduce me as this. All the fucking halfling will call me it. It's happened before.
As you guys are doing that, Marilla, you bring Buttsnick in, and you can see Bruntiness is just sitting at the table, just looking at a cup of Tulsi tea.
Tulsi tea.
Oh no.
Makes you better.
The high parasite kind of understands what you're doing and lets you in. And Buttsnick walks out to Bruntiness. Brightness, how'd you feeling a bit under the weather? Brightness. There's no need to be so rude. What the hell happened to your horns? Brightness.
Oh no.
Brightness. What's wrong with you?
I put my hand on Buttsnick's shoulder.
I'm gonna cry.
Brightness, are you okay? And he kind of walks over and he hugs Bruntiness's leg.
Marilla's actually going to be nice and she's going to hunker down and she's going to say, Buttsnick, this man is going to mind Bruntiness, okay? And we're going to help him.
I'll never forget you, Brightness. I'll never forget you, buddy. I'm gonna write you the best ballad there ever was. And I'm gonna call it The Ballad of Bruntiness the Broken. I promise you, bud. Apello himself will love it. But don't worry, I found your replacement. It's okay.
Oh, damn.
I'll make sure everyone's okay in the party. Don't worry about it. You do you, Brandis. You do you. And he runs out of the temple crying. You guys are standing there, Samuel's standing there talking, and Bruntus comes out. Oh, Jesus! Whoever that is. Oh, my God. More this blood. Who did this to him?
It wasn't a who as much as it was a what.
Don't tell him, he might put it on.
Put what on?
Nothing.
So there's this thing that we were sent up to the top, right? So
Wait, are we telling everybody about this? Aren't we meant to keep this a secret?
well, like, look, the worst has already happened right now.
Samuel,
You know what I mean?
Samuel, I'm really sorry. I seem to have brought you in at a bad time, buddy. A friend, you see, he's a bit under the weather forever.
No,
I
don't
heard
worry,
there's something
Samuel. We're
going
always
around.
like this. It's great fun. Nothing bad ever happens.
Here, do you want
understand the
to, out of character, do you want to put this crown on?
Also, are you feeling exhausted? Because if not, you will be in about 15 to 20 minutes.
I'm actually quite refreshed.
Imagine
Enjoy
Dave just has to keep remaking characters because you guys just keep tricking us into putting the crown on.
It won't really be called Perils of Madness.
Okay.
We expect something
I say-
different to happen every time we put a crown on someone.
I say, it's nice to meet you, Samuel, and I hold out my hand.
You must Marilla.
Yes.
She's butts and nuts.
Shut up.
What's in that?
Shut
I'll
up.
go like this behind to Buttsnick.
I don't remember you telling me there was an alcoholic one.
Oh, that Brantness was the alcoholic, unfortunately. And again, every good adventure party needs one, so I don't know who's going to be the regional alcoholic now. Probably, probably Heck.
Marilla. Mez, is it Mez?
Therese, yeah.
Tres.
I
Alan.
hand him out the flask as well if he wants this week.
Just so everybody can get a nice good look at Mr. Samuel.
Where is that?
It's on Twitch, you'll see. Everybody on Twitch, you guys are seeing Dave's character for the first time.
That is so good.
I'm delayed.
I will see it eventually, as I just have the chat and a pop-out window. I have not the stream up.
That's actually so cute.
Sorry. Let me introduce you to my little friend. And you see, like, this little fire thing coming from his chest as this little person comes down. This is Callie.
Callie!
I'm Callie! Okay, Callie, you can say your name once. Okay, that's okay.
Callie, my name's Callie!
His name is Callie.
I love him.
Is he made out of fire?
Kind of.
Sorry, I can't see.
Yes,
so
he
I'm
is.
guessing
Yes,
what it looks like.
he's 100% fire. Ooh.
What?
I'm kind of a little bit scared of it.
It's Callie. That's my friend.
Yeah, there's no way to be scared of me.
I'll go touch Callie.
Well, Callie's on fire, hon.
You burned your finger.
I
burned her.
I'm gonna do it again.
Maybe I shouldn't be seen in here.
Yeah, okay. Let's just put you back in, Callie. And just put him back into my chest.
No.
That's
I
Callie.
will be able to take that serious.
This is such emotional whiplash.
It's a roller coaster of emotion.
So, Samuel, what brings you here?
Oh, Buttsnick. I heard he was in a massive fight, a big battle, and I just want to check if my friend okay. I heard he took it on all by himself. He helped you guys use our, like, backup or something?
That's right. They're my backup. But since I'm not giving up on my prospective barding career, I actually figured he'd be a good fit for you guys. He wants to be an adventurer.
The best. Adventurer. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be reaching off. Everyone's very depressed.
And am I right in saying, Samuel, you happen to be an expert on were creatures?
Well, I am, but let's say, very savvy with the nature. With the nature.
So I figured it'd be a good fit for us. And then, to be fair, we've got a promise. I said to him, if he ever came looking to be an adventurer, I'd either hook him up with some good adventures or I'd join him myself.
You do realise, Butsnick, you've brought him here while we're being hunted by someone.
Samuel's
being hunted.
Yeah, don't worry about that. That's a technicality. Yeah, it's fine.
Can I do an insight check on him, Daryl? About the werewolf thing, to see if he is actually know what he knows about them.
Okay, roll an insight check.
26.
Oh, Jesus. He is lying.
So you know a lot about them?
Well,
he's one of those nature types. I reckon he must know something about them, don't you, Samuel?
Well, like wolves, yeah. Very good wolves. And,
What about werewolves, Samuel?
Are they like warehouses? Like, are they...
He's completely lying.
Are they buildings? Sorry, I'm not completely lying.
Samuel, we are being hunted. We are going after a werewolf. Do you really want to stay with us? We all have issues of some sort.
Don't... not really. Maybe I should... No, I will go. No, maybe... Yeah, no, I will. No, 100%.
He's very decisive.
No, yeah. But like, who are you being hunted by?
It's some, the greatest bounty hunter of all time. Don't worry about it. Small potatoes. I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, I trust Bustic. He's never got me in that much trouble.
I vouch for him, and my word is God.
Can you protect yourself, Samuel?
Depends. Is that a threat, madame?
So obviously he's very good at it.
Because I will back down straight away.
He's spanky. He's spanky. You gotta give it him.
Sorry, I just get a moment of braveness sometimes and I just back down. I'm sorry.
We could use some cannon fodder.
Yeah.
Aye, that's my job.
Hey, I'm here to help. If you need help, I'm here.
Why don't we give him something small, see can he achieve it, or a little task or something?
Marilla, come here.
Yes,
What if we haze him? What if we haze him? Huh?
Well,
I don't know what's
I think that would be mean, heck.
Samuel, I think they're gonna wash you.
I think I mean, what? No. Samuel do not like water.
Oh, somebody's got brownies then!
And we're all like,
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the water at all. No, I don't really like boats and stuff like that. Like, I'm not really a fan of them.
Didn't Brightness...
More of a...
That's Brightness! It's like a reincarnation situation, except he's not dead and he's not a Minotaur, but you get the point!
Jesus.
I'm more about flames. And I kind of shoot fire in my hands and like oh.
He's magical.
He's kind of rad.
well, if you can handle yourself, I'll tell you what, why don't you, if the others agree, why don't you come with us? And at any point, if you want to leave, you can leave.
I reckon you make him swear blood out.
Maybe not the blood out.
You're either a Billy's lad or you're a wanker.
Oh, we've changed the name. We're Brunty's lads now.
Brunty's lads. I like it. It's better than Billy's lads. Billy's lads was honestly a shit name, and Brandon has always hated it.
But he did say as his last words.
So
do we not honor?
Okay, maybe we keep his name. I honestly, I'm a little bit emotionally overloaded right now.
Yeah, you all look so depressed after your hits. Maybe you go for a drink or something.
I think, is there something we should maybe get rid of first?
Yeah, I think we should do that.
I really don't want to keep this.
I don't want to bring him.
Who? Butsnick?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they're getting here.
Hey, I'm a valued member of this fucking party.
Buttsnick, you can come, but I don't think he can.
If Samuel can't go, I'm not going neither, Aaliyah.
Well, why don't you get us a table in the pub?
Listen, you may speak to me like that, because I'm not a bard yet, Marilla, but he's a druid, and he'll turn you into a fucking leaf.
You're a druid.
Like, stop it. Well, yes.
Can you do something for me?
Depends on what you want done for you.
I don't know if you can. You're probably not that good yet. Can you craft a little flower?
Of course I can. What type
Can
of
you
flower?
do me a white rose?
Of course I can. So with that, with
Jesus.
Druid's craft, I create a beautiful white.
It's an immaculate white rose.
And I just go, here you go.
All right, Sam. You're in the fucking Millie's boys.
I don't mean to make. Why is she crying? I didn't. She wanted the flower.
She's a bit batty-nuts as well. Not as much as Marilla, but, you know.
I thought she was the love of your life, Buttsnick.
No, she is. I love her butts and nuts and all.
So did I do good or did I do bad? I don't know what's going on.
You did good. You did good.
It was
Mixed
beautiful.
signals. So maybe I make another one. Here's another one.
No.
Maybe I make everyone one. Here's one for you, Heck, and here's Draz. Here's one for you. Marilla, here's one for you.
Heck will put it in his
I'm
hair.
gonna take one. I'm gonna take one for myself.
We're a little player.
I just keep doing it. I'm gonna just keep doing it here in the ground. Here, 1 second.
Okay.
He starts making a pile of white roses.
We do have Samuel. We do have somewhere to go. Will we just bring him?
Will the
I can be very quiet if you want to.
Will he notice someone? We're still arriving with the same number.
Bruntonic.
I think he'd notice a height difference.
Yeah.
Brugnes was 8.5 feet tall.
Oh, there was a really big guy. Where's him?
We could say this is what happens when you put the crown on.
Yeah, so someone put on the crown. He may have turned into this.
He's never met Buttsnick either. You could say he turned into Buttsnick, but then he might put him down.
What's
No,
I did see Buttsnick, I thought.
No,
What's
Buttsnick,
that?
no. You never did.
Look,
Oh, did we leave Buttsnick outside?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
we actually have to go somewhere, and we need 2 guards to protect us outside when we go in. Would
Can
Samuel?
I roll an insight check on Marilla?
Yeah, you can. Marilla, if you are lying, roll a deception check. If you are telling the truth, roll a persuasion check.
What am I rolling? Sorry, now I know. Oh yes, 22.
Just tell the truth.
Okay. Guards. I could be best guard or. So what am I guarding?
Well,
guarding-
you'll be guarding us outside once we go to a meeting, but
And
How am I
this.
guarding you if I'm outside? I think I should go in.
No,
guard
What about our horses and all? You can guard that.
yeah, and we may if we
I
get
can.
it-
Let me just speak to the animals and I'll tell them where you want to go.
No.
No?
What?
no,
speak
we
down.
made extra hidden
Of course I
body.
can speak to animals. Everyone can speak to animals.
You can speak to
Just make
animals.
I can't.
Well, they don't understand you, but you can speak to them.
Wow.
Is that right, Morello?
Oh,
As I look to my right.
I seem like you don't trust me, so maybe I will back off from the situation and wait outside. You can
Yes.
be very upfront with
Thank
me
you.
if you want. You don't have to be so secretive.
Can you just speak with animals just normally?
No, I think
No,
he
I just cast a spell.
has to do spell.
yeah.
Okay, so
So I
let's.
can't speak with animals.
I say thank you for understanding. Will we go in and get rid of this thing because?
Come on, Samuel, you can come with me then. We'll get a point. You guys coming over to the...
No, I'm gonna watch the front door, like they asked me to.
What? Alright. I'll go with you then.
So you guys kind of make your way over to the...
Before we go, I'll take a bunch of those white roses that he lovingly made for us, run into Bruntonus and just be like, Apron.
Bruntonus doesn't. Bruntonus just stares down at his tea, and you kind of drop them on the table in front of him. But with one hand, he grabs the stem of a white rose. Just
Thank God.
but doesn't break eye contact with his tea, which he hasn't drank yet.
Give him a little pat on the shoulder and then run back outside.
I'm going to take the rose that I got and I'm going to put it in my book and then flatten it down and keep it in my book.
Okay. Okay. So you guys head
Can I
out.
write in my inventory horns of Bruntonus?
Yeah, you actually can, yeah. Minotaur horns of Bruntonus or whatever you want. So
I'm gonna add Bruntonus' sword to my inventory.
It's just a... Now, he had two weapons. Heck, he had a Silent Dog and a Greatsword.
No, he sold Silent Dog.
He didn't sell it?
Didn't sell.
Oh, he didn't sell it.
I also have gloves of... I don't know.
They're still on Bruntonus. They're still on.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't take Silent Dog, because Heck is a swordsman.
Okay.
Could I take...
You're proficient with martial weapons, aren't you?
Silent Dog wouldn't be something Aaliyah would wield because
It takes back something, doesn't it?
you won't need to wield your shield for starters. It's a two-handed weapon, and
No,
you wouldn't be able to cast magic with a two-handed weapon either.
No, I've looked it up. The rule is you would clank it to the ground with one hand.
Okay.
So it's once you attack with it, it's counted as two-handed. Otherwise, then you'll just like hold on to it and.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I'd leave my shield. I don't want that.
Okay. So can I move you guys onto the Cryarch's Manor?
Yeah.
So you guys journey through Keromit as people make their way along, just doing kind of the day-to-day things and stuff like that, you know. And you go up the plateau up here until you guys reach the Cryarch's Manor, which is here. This is the centre of where Keromit was founded. This was once a trading post, right here in this very spot, and the entire city was built after that. So once again you approach the door, this beautiful, gorgeous door that's you've seen before, and you knock upon the gold knocker that's worth a fortune on that alone. And opening the door, you see the Warforged Vittorio, with his stern metal face. Hello.
We're here to see the Cryarch.
Very well. And as he kind of ushers us all in, but he kind of looks down at you, Samuel and Butsnik, and he just closes the door behind the four of them. You are missing one.
Yes, he didn't fully make it.
Ah, okay. Anyway, he raises his hand like this, and boom, presses it to his metallic lip. He says, "The Cryarch is in a meeting. But do proceed quietly." As he ushers us down the hall, brings us basically to the throne room. You guys kind of have ushered into the throne room, but the Vittorio kind of stops you, so you can see the Cryarch's finishing his meeting. He sits in the chair like this. He kind of sits in the chair in his his noble form and his beautiful Cryarch clothes, and before him is this kind of old man who's kind of wearing gold armor, and he's got he looks to be in his 60s at least, and he's got a grey beard and grey hair going back like that, and he's got a very stern face. And by his side, you can see he carries in his right hand this large mace, and he's like,
"My lord, my brother, I cannot help disagree with you. Holding the trials of Kel'Thuzor. Surely we can just hold another tournament. Why applaud Karnot? We need not spread his worship amongst ourselves any more than it has. I am the High Patriarch of the Monestian faith within Kero, and your brother. Will you not heed my advice?"
And you can see the Cryarch retorts, "Do not overstep your bounds, dear brother. Yes, your advice weighs heavy on me, but the trials of Kel'Thuzor are a long-standing tradition within Keromit. The people look forward to it, and the Archblooded is the head of the Church of Karnot, is already here.
I cannot simply spit in his face and tell him he has travelled for nothing. Besides, the town needs the influx of wealth since the Feldrop has closed down. The guild have finally discovered this and seek to use it against me. The swines. It's a simple competition that just happens to bear the name of the halls of Carnot upon it. Think nothing more. And the man kind of steps forward. But brother, dismissed Thaddeus. And you kind of see the man kind of just, the High Patriarch of Mornes kind of looks up and just kind of bows as he turns around and walks out. And as he kind of walks out, he kind of eyes you, Mornes be with you, as he passages. And then you kind of see the cleric looks over. Ah, yes, the heroes of Northbridge. Do come in. Is the deed done then? Have you destroyed it?
No.
Go on, Dre. Show him.
I put down my pack and I take out the crown. And it's like, we weren't able to destroy it. Nothing we did can destroy it.
Where is Brontinus Bronzeheart?
You destroyed him.
He put it on.
He put it on.
And it broke him.
Is he living? What did it do to him?
He suffered.
Do you not know? Do you not know what it does?
I know nothing about this other than it's evil. Look. Come. Let us contain this evil. Follow me. And he kind of gets down off his throne and he leads us through this back room. And he brings us into this kind of study within the back. And you can see there's like a bookshelf there, and he walks over. And you kind of see he pulls one book, pulls another book, and then pulls another one, and you see... And in front of it, you can see is a kind of safe. If you would be so kind as to look away.
Marilla looks away.
Look away.
Can I stealthily look away?
You can try perceive what he's doing by using a perception check, but it'll be at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
No, do you know what?
That's
Actually, roll me a stealth check first.
Damn it, I wish I had. Here we go. That's a natural 20, baby.
Okay, now roll me a perception check with an advantage.
Thank God I need that. My perception sheet. First one, that's a 10. And 13.
He does not catch you looking, but unfortunately you fail to grasp the what he does. The natural 20 means you could. That's what that was supposed to be a disadvantage, but you got an advantage because of the stealth check. So you can hear him and he pushes something in, and he and the weight of these doors that actually shakes the ground a little as it moves off to the side. And you see, looking in to this safe, you see it's completely barren, but the inside of the safe is covered in those exact same runes you saw on the Black Ark that suppresses all magic. Bring it in. Place it on the pedestal in the middle. There's like, you kind of see there's just nothing but just a plain pedestal right in the middle. Be rid of its evil.
I'll walk in and put on the pedestal.
Yeah, you put it down, and all of a sudden, as you do, the crown starts. You feel the sharp pain behind your eyes. The crown's like,
No, 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 don't leave me.
As it begins, kind of.
Not the darkness again.
Drez, roll me a wisdom saving throw. Nobody else hears this, but you see Drez is beginning to suffer.
Ooh, 17. Finally get a nice wisdom save, if it's enough.
You look down upon the crown, and you remember what it did to Bruntinus, and you turn and walk away from it.
Oh, I was gonna say if I'm able to, I'm gonna like jump away as fast as I can and be like, whoop.
No, you conquer it.
Oh.
You remember what it did to Bruntonus, and you feel this urge for vengeance, leaving it in the darkness of this alone. As you walk away, and you see Drez actually has a bit of blood coming from his right eye, but he looks stern and strong. As you walk out, and the Cryarch just goes, good. And he kind of... But then he moves the books. It is done. He kind of looks obvious, and he sighs with relief, and... It is contained. Good. Yes, your payment. Vittorio. He clicks his fingers, and you can see, yes, and it puts down this little box, and inside it you can see 2,000 gold coins. Here is your payment. And right there, he kind of walks over, and you see he opens a drawer and he pulls out another bag and takes some gold over and walks over. And it's not much, but here is another 500 to pay for any living arrangements Brontinus may need. And he hands it to us. So there's 2,500 gold being handed over to us. I am truly sorry for what you have experienced and the blow you have taken and the sacrifice you have made for the great Cryarchy of Kero. And for myself. I now must reach out to my connections and see whom I may get to identify this artifact. It will have to be somebody of strong fortitude. I must ask you all to maintain this as the utmost of secrecy that you have done so far. We will destroy the evidence and claim the miners died in a cave-in. You were never involved. If the Merchants Guild even garner a sniff of this, they may move a motion to supplant me, as they often do. And now is not a strong moment for Keramit to be in doubt of its leadership. I may require your aid in the future. I am due to receive a guest, and when this guest arrives, he carries upon him a mission of utmost importance. Can I call upon you to aid me in this? I promise you once again it is in the greater good of not only the Cryarchy of Kero, but the very foundations of the continent of Innerot.
It's your guest.
All will be revealed soon. First I must see if he makes it.
Where's he coming from?
I cannot say.
Why not?
I will brief you when he arrives, but I cannot say right now. You see,
we will gladly help, especially if you keep us in the loop about that crown, and for if there's any way we can find a way of restoring Bruntonus.
You have a deal, Drez.
I'm also a little curious. There was a black ark in town earlier. That's what you guys said it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Van?
Yeah.
It was like a cart made of lead covered in ruins.
Yes, that black ark did not originate in Keramit, thank the gods.
Who
But
was
came
in it?
from, I'm unaware. I do not interfere in the pantheons and the churches of Mornest. I simply worship them. Even a Cryarch is below the gods.
Can I see if he's lying? If you knew about
you
who's
can
in it?
roll an insight check.
$23.
You can't read him.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I will say, though, that this friend who will be joining me, he
is hunted by denizens of the underworld, the Drow.
Drow. Was he to the Drow?
He is an enemy of the Drow. He carries with him a great weapon that may change the fortunes of the dwarves in their eternal war against the Drow. And until that time comes, when the Drow can be defeated, the world will never truly be safe. So I give my allegiance to this young man. And when he arrives, the door bangs. And we'll end the session right there.
Oh, what? What?
Thank you guys for tuning into this very emotional episode of Perils of the Mad. The name is beginning to garner its, its reputation. Next week, we will have, next Friday, we will be streaming a very special episode. We will have a guest player who will require the aid of our brave adventurers here in a task that will be linked to the very survival of the known Andic Empire, the dwarves of Azernal, the dwarves of Khartoum, the elves of Belrenar. Everything hinges on the success of this young gnome's quest. And if you want to find out what happens to this gnome and what his job is, make sure you tune in next week.
Fight people for the win.
We'll all...
Bruntonus, he's gone.
Short Kings, rise up.
Oh.
Bruntonus will be missed. Bruntonus was a character. For those who don't know, we recorded 11 episodes of a previous campaign called Darkness Under Gladhello, just when we were learning the ropes and stuff like that. But the editing was a nightmare, and it was too big a task to kind of get it into a state we wanted. But that may be something we'll look at down the line. But within those 11 episodes, we all grew to love Bruntonus, and we always will. But he's a character I'll never forget. His loyalty to his god, his deep inner error. He had flaws, but he fought on through them.
Yeah.
And
I wanted to find out so much about him, though.
I know. And look,
give a life oath to Heck, even though Aaliyah saved him.
He did. They originally, when the characters originally found Bruntonus, they found him in a hole he had fallen into that was meant to be trap a cart, and the characters saved him, and he swore a life debt to Heck, even though I think it was Aaliyah pulled him out. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was me.
You found him trapped in the hole, and now he's trapped in his own man.
And now he's So look, that's
Full circle.
This is the circle of life in Inneroth. If you guys thought today was dark, don't worry, it will lighten up a little bit more. But in the future, I can guarantee you, the trials and tribulations ahead of this adventuring party are going to be colossal. This campaign is going to take turns and twists that I guarantee you nobody will predict. I have carved an intricate spider web of things to make the characters suffer. Now I'm listening to make them enjoy it. But if you guys do like what you see here today, please follow us on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter, anything like that. We're in all the social medias. You can see a couple of them there on the screen. Please do follow us, and we will see you guys next time when we bring our guest player in. I suppose we will do a raid, shall we? Shall we raid Mr. Samuel?
Samuel, that's not his name.
We have to raid our boy Leamy.
Look, there's the Jolly Buddha. No, did I miss Bruntonus becoming king? Jolly Buddha, you need to rewatch this episode, bro.
Too soon.
I don't know when you tuned in, but you need to rewatch this episode, and you will learn what happened to Bruntonus. But there's a reason why Dave's name is now Samuel the Halfling Druid.
He's a druid.
Is Liam still going, is he?
Yeah, he's still going.
Lovely. We'll give Liam Meekins is a fantastic streamer, just like the Jolly Buddha, just like Casual Lobster. There is a fantastic.
He's back off for a month off as well.
He's a month off. Fair play to him. I was only talking to Liam in Casual Lobster stream yesterday about Dawn of War and stuff like that.
He's trying to get me to buy it, man.
Yeah, you should play Ultimate Apocalypse, man. But seriously, I don't know how many people we have in the chat. I can't see the number, but you guys need to follow Casual Lobster. You guys need to follow the Jolly Buddha. They are epic characters in real life, not just in D&D. They do have their own D&D that they do with Dave as the DM, which is called Tales of Twitch. We are all eagerly awaiting the next episode of that. I can't wait to see what happens. You know, with the redactions.
It will be soon. It will be soon.
I will definitely be watching it. Right. Oh. So with that, let us begin a raid on El Liam. Raid.
Yup.
We're gonna be the saddest raiders ever after this.
Dave, just stick Liam's
raid.
Did you put it in there already? Liam, you can. There it is. LIAMY KINS. And the raid countdown has begun as we now go. So, raid now! Raid now! Raid for ruin and the world's end! Let us raid!